Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I've been getting a lot of questions via email to a few people that watch the channel and a few of my other clients. That it's really a simple question, and a lot of you probably have this this question or are struggling with it. But I wanted to come to you guys and just drop a video real quick just to help you out. And the question is, what I've been getting from a lot of people over the last, call it, week and a half, is how to become financially stable. So I wanted to give you, call it, 10 tips to kind of help you work that out. Okay, if you're struggling with it. So I would say number one, you got to set clear financial goals. Okay, now that's different for everybody. You got to figure out, well, what's your monthly nut, if you will, or what bills do you have, and figure out that number, and then understand that you got to get those things covered, but you want to set those clear financial goals. So whatever you want to be making and or spending in the future, and that future could be in the next 3 months, 6 months, etc. But number one is setting those financial goals, right? Clear. Number two, start to track how much is actually going out. I'm not saying you have to become an expert. Like if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner, like you got to become an expert in P&L. But especially just you as an individual, start tracking your spending. How much is going out? How much is coming in? There's many different templates online, free templates, that you can go and actually use to budget, and track how much you're actually spending every month. I would even break it down to every week. Okay. Okay, that's step two. Number three, create a realistic budget. Um, you know, build it around what's actually coming in and what are you actually making right now. It doesn't mean that you're gonna be at that level forever. So you have to, create a realistic budget that reflects the income that you have and the needs that you have. Okay, and try and leave a little bit of room for savings. Okay, and or investments, but we'll talk about that later. That's number three. Create a realistic budget. Okay, number four, I would say build, and this is tough, especially when you're not making that much money, but I would say have an emergency fund in place. I mean, a good rule of thumb would be 6 months of whatever your monthly salary is. Have that nest egg or emergency fund set aside in an account that you can actually depend on. But 3 to 6 months, I always go with 6 months. That just feels better, feels more substantial, you know. But try and get to that level of saving based on your cost of living and all that good stuff. Try and get to at least 6 months to build up that emergency fund. Okay. Number five, and this is a tough one again, but it's a simple step. Number five would be start with paying down different debt. Now, I'm a big advocate of smart debt. And again, I'll get into that later on when it comes to like investing and all that good stuff, especially in real estate. But um, paying down those high interest debt, trying to get those out of there, it's only going to help you in the long run. Even in the short term, it'll help you. If you can actually do it, but pay off, pay off high interest debt. Number five. Number six, and we never want to do this one, but try living below your means. Okay, if you don't need that that Rolex, then don't get it. If you don't need that Mercedes Benz with the monthly payments of $869 a month, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Live below your freaking means. Okay, that's very self-explanatory. It's probably one of the hardest to do in today's society. Living below your means, because everybody, this is the flashy, you know, TikTok, internet, Instagram era where you want to show off, your accomplishments, and I understand that, but live below live below your freaking means. Live below your means. Okay. All right. We'll keep moving here. Number seven, I would say automate different investments and savings. Um, so whenever you get paid, have money go directly into your savings account, and then if you can swing it, have money go into an investment account, or stocks, whatever the case may be. But there's many different automatic saving mechanism or investment mechanisms that you can actually use, and I'll give you guys a list if you like. But you can definitely do that. That's something that I will recommend doing: automating your savings and investments. Um, yeah. Number eight, diversify your income sources. Very self explanatory. I would never recommend anyone, and those of you who are in my coaching program, you know what I'm talking about. I would never recommend anyone to just have one stream of income. Diversify your income sources. I mean, that's a must. So, what does that look like? It can look like, you having multiple jobs. If you can do that, great. But also, I mentioned investments earlier. Look at this the stock market. What stocks are giving good dividends, and look at the historical data of that. Again, I can help you with that. But again, aside from that, diversify your income sources. So you may have a 9 to 5, you may have two 9 to 5s, but on the weekend, which is, you guys know my slogan, weekend to wealth. And we don't need to get into that right now, but um, you can do a lot of work on the weekend. You know, you don't need to go out to the club on Friday, to the hookah lounge on Saturday. Keep that money, take it, and put it into another vehicle where it can actually give you a return. And you know what? That's another thing. Diversifying your income sources. You can find five of the closest people around you, five buddies or five friends, and all of you actually take a percentage of your income, and you guys start pooling your money together to then use that money to invest into real estate, for example, an investment property. I mean, there's so many ways you can diversify your income sources, but that's one way you can do it. Always set something aside. Get some side gigs, freelance work. Consider that as well. But yeah, that's number eight. Number nine, I would say, and this is self-explanatory, but investing in your future self. What does that look like? I mentioned stocks earlier. Mutual funds. That's always good. Different retirement accounts. I don't know if you have a 401k at the job you're working at right now, but you know, talk to someone that can give you some investment strategies to actually invest for your future. If you are an entrepreneur, whether you're working a 9 to 5 or not, that doesn't mean that you're not an entrepreneur, but follow me. You can be saving for that future business that you're going to actually do once you leave the job that you're actually currently at. So you got to be mindful of looking at the future, planning, you know, as cliche as it is, 3 to 5 years out. What's your 3 to 5 year plan? 2025 is right around the corner. What does that look like for you? What does 2026 look like for you? Invest in that future today. And it can be little amounts, until you can build it up and get some regular things going on. But yeah, investing in your future, long term. Play the long game with that one, of course. And then number 10, I would say really just gaining the knowledge to evolve those plans that you set, even at the beginning of the year, right? Always have, I would say, a scheduled reviewing of your plans on a regular basis, right? Do it on a regular basis. You can do it every month, you can do it every 2 months, every 3 months, whatever the case, but have that regular review of your financial goals, um, and that'll make things a little bit more stable for you financially. Okay, but don't shy away from even being willing to change those goals. Okay, that's another thing. You got to be willing to adjust. Okay, so yeah, that's my tips. I just wanted to again, like I said, I've been getting hit up over the last week and a half regarding becoming financially stable. So those are 10 tips that I recommend there. All right, let me know if you guys got any questions later.